Let's welcome Mr. Fortune Nkwanyana. You can do better than that, please. Let's give him some energy. We need some energy.
Good morning. Good morning. Guys, are you okay? All right, let me start here before I get hiding. I'd like to greet all the leaders of government, starting from the Premier in his absence, all the MECs in the House, or those who are absent, also the councillors. I'd like to say protocols observed, and then also I'd like to greet the man behind the vision of why we are here today, Dr. Emmanuel Ngobo. Can we give him a round of applause, sir? And to your co-host, my colleague, Mr. Mtiane, sir, can we give him a round of applause as well? All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are my international guests? Can I see by show of hands our international guests? Can we give them a round of applause as well? All right. My name is Fortune. Just for 15 minutes, I'm here to come and interest you and remind you that the work that you do is important, but not only that, but to remind you on the importance of excellence. The Greeks explained this very well. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle explains excellence as a habit. In my book titled Think Excellence, I redefine excellence and I explain it as an attitude. What do I mean? Allow me today for just a few minutes to explain to you my talk and my presentation, which I've had the privilege to deliver. It's called The Relentless Pursuit of Excellence. If we are going to build a great society, it is our responsibility to be excellent at managing the assets that have been given to our hands. If we are going to create a better community for our people, it is our responsibility to do the best at what we do. And here's the question about excellence. Excellence always questions you on the fact that, how can I do better than I did yesterday? Excellence is always, it's like a hungry child that never gets fed. It keeps asking for more. Point number one, if we are going to be excellent at what we do, we've got to understand that we need the art of unlearning. There are certain things that when we came in, they were in the system. Am I lying? There are certain things that every day in our workplaces that we need to unlearn so that we are able to excel into new levels. And you know this. Some of our older employees, back in the day, yes, experience was everything, but the will is changing. Technology is coming to affect us. How can we improve? What are some of the things that we need to unlearn, and what are the things that we need to relearn to help us better manage the assets of the public? Because if you refuse to unlearn, you are refusing growth. If you refuse to unlearn, you are causing problems for the system itself. I know people who sit there and say, it's always been done this way. You know them, right? I can hear that. I know, I can see you. No, but no, Fortune, it's always been done this way. You can't change the system. Says who? Not so long ago, this is what Umhlanga looked like. But by the hard work of all of you in this room, today, Umhlanga looks like this. So give yourself a round of applause for the amazing work that you also do. Because it's not just about telling you the bad things you've done or the bad things you're doing, but also it's important about encouraging you. Where you are good, keep going, baby. Let's raise it to the next level. Point number 2, unlocking the power of excellence. There's 3 very key things that you need to implement into your life, into your organizations, even when you leave here. Number 1, it's a deep commitment to development. I love the opening speaker when he was talking about this. As organization, we must always question ourselves. Where are we with development? When was the last time we developed the team that we have? Are we asking people to do excellent, but we're not giving them development? Are we asking people to deliver results, but we're not improving them? The systems of the world are changing. There's the whole animal now that's called AI. The question is, where are we as asset managers? Where are we sitting as public servants? Are we still held in the ice age? When last did you improve on what you know? A personal question, when last did you even pick up a book and read about the new trends of asset management? Another point in here, it's accountability. This one is the most important one of them all. It's for you to understand that you remember the day you went for the interview, wanting the job, how committed you are, how you even said on the interview, I'm a very accountable person, but today you come late to work. I'm a very good person. Me, you the one who comes late back from lunch. When it's time to leave in the afternoon, they say, no, we have to finish this report. We have to finish that. You the one who's first out the door. How accountable are you? Accountability, we cannot talk the question of excellence asset management without accountability. When you make the mistake, you own up to it, you rectify it. When you do well, we give you the kudos, you did well. Also, the consistent improvement. This one is it's like that one thing that actually feeds excellence. Without constant improvement, there is no excellence. I am a boy born in this very province. I come from the municipality of Nkwanyana, in the north of where we are. In this small town comes great people. Myself included, I'm joking. I'm talking about the great Chief Albert Luthuli. That man is the core definition of excellence. I'm talking about, you just saw the Zulu Warriors dance, the original King of Kings. When you came into Durban, you would have landed in the King Shaka airport. King Shaka was from Kwatuguza, so you know. Level deal sealed. We are the best. Give Kwatuguza a round of applause. My point here is, the consistency in improvement is going to be the pillar of everything. The question is, we have to ask ourselves every year, how did we do better than we did last year? Because if we are not improving, we are dying. If we are not growing, we are dying. If we're not getting better, we are dying. And then I want us to look at this simple thing. This is the sheer bit of excellence of what am I talking about. These are the pyramids of Egypt. One of Africa's greatest architecture ever to be created. These people were committed to working together, holding each other's hands, and making it to the next level. They unlocked a level of excellence we never understood. Even until today, the best of the scientists, they can't explain. These people built high-story tall pyramids without any form of machine technology. How did they get these big rocks onto the top of these pyramids? You know, when you committed to collaborating and working together, the reason we are here, even with our international brothers and sisters, we want to learn. How are you doing it there? How are you excelling there? Can you share it with us? Can we take it and run with it as KZN? Can we take it and run with it as eThekwini? Can we take it and implement it? One day we also have the ability to create what seems to be impossible. And I can tell you, KZN has amazing marvels that when you look at them, you also ask yourself, how did they do it? Collaborating is the one that equals to excellence. This is my last point, and I'm going to sit down. When we collaborate, we become unstoppable. You know why I say that? Because your weaknesses are probably my strengths. And when we come together, there will be no weakness. When we come together, what we thought was not good enough becomes good enough. What we thought was a weak link in the chain of our asset management process becomes a positive. And today, that's why we are here. We're here to collaborate. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to empower each other. And that way, we will be able to unlock excellence. Typical example of power of collaboration. There's this guy. Do you know who's on the screen? Do you guys know? Who's this on the screen? Can you see? This is the Springboks captain and the coach. Now you must know, these guys are the world champions of rugby. They are the best. Why am I showing you this? There's this coach, Rassie Erasmus. He comes into the Springboks team. He goes up in the rural of the Eastern Cape. He goes, pulled up a boy from the rural area, simply because he understood he has the ability to lead. He took him, he put him in the Springboks. Today, because of that collaboration, because of the collaboration of all the players when they are put together, the Springboks are unstoppable. There is no team in the history of rugby that has won the World Cup 3 times in a row. It's them. Because of what? Collaboration. It's all in the DNA of everything that we do as we are here, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest mistake you can think is to think you know everything. The biggest mistake is to leave this conference without introducing yourself and knowing someone new and sharing the things that you do best, but also most importantly, sharing the things that you are weak in. And before I sit down, there's a story that my grandfather used to tell, which really transformed my life and the way I viewed life. The vision that we have been given by our society, that we've been given by our political leaders, that we have been given by our government leaders, is too big to achieve alone. If you understand the analogy on the screen, you will see an elephant and a dog. An elephant and a dog got pregnant at the same time. A dog gave birth 3 months later to 6 puppies. The elephant was still pregnant. The dog got pregnant again. The elephant was still pregnant and gave another puppies. 6 more went to 12. But in the process, the dog is giving these puppies, but some of them are passing away. And in most cases, when the dog has given birth, they don't really care about the puppies the way, they just let them go. The dog got pregnant again, and the elephant is still pregnant for the 3rd time. The elephant was still pregnant. Where am I going with this? It took 22 months for the elephant to finally give birth. And when the elephant gave birth, it didn't give birth to puppies. It gave birth to a calf, a baby elephant. And what am I trying to do with this story? The dog can give as many puppies as it can, but the dog does not care about the puppies as the same way the elephant protects its calf. My point here is this. The vision that you have been given is too big for you not to be excellent at doing it. The vision and the role that you are sitting in, the organization that have trusted you with the assets of its organization, with the assets of the public, they haven't given you to a puppy vision. They haven't given you puppy assets. They've given you life-changing assets that one day will benefit your kids and the kids of your kids. So if you're not excellent in doing them, there is no future for your country and our country, for your municipality and our municipality. So I want to remind you, if you don't think, execute, and dominate, our assets will never be safe in your hands. So say with me as I see it. Say think, execute, and dominate. Let's say it with a bit of more life. Think, execute, dominate. One last time. Think, execute, dominate. You are blessed.